What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another video. If you have not heard, Reddit actually has its own community for Dauntless. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the Reddit subreddit for Dauntless. Great community. I absolutely love this community so far. Very well knit. You know, I have no problem asking questions and things like that. So if you are interested in joining a really nice community, go ahead and hit that follow button, and with that, let's go and get started with the video. So I went ahead and posted a question Reddit asking, what would you guys want for the future of this game? You know, future features, new ideas. So I went ahead and let that sit for about a day. So I can't put all of your guys' questions or all of your guys' answers in this video, but I do want to say thank you for the comments here. I'm going to put the answers that I did find interesting in this video. And yes, I am counting down, not counting up this time. Yes. Be more use for ramps. And I got this one from This Game Is Trash 420. I love your name, by the way. And he says, get use for rams and guilds being more than a who's online party chat. That's two different answers in one, but I decided to give the use for rams. I decided to put use for rams in this one, and because there's a lot more answers that has to go with rams. So more use for rams. The possibility of buying consumables for Marcus actually has come up in the roadmap for this game in the future, which is I think sometime next year. And I'm happy that that's a part of the roadmap, but I'm kind of iffy with roadmaps. Not to say that they're full empty promises, but when you look at games such as Fallout 76, well, Fallout 76 didn't really. Fallout 76 is a freaking mess. I'm gonna bring up Anthem. Anthem had a really big roadmap coming, and then it just eventually just fell apart due to the game just not doing well enough. I look at roadmaps as a ticket with a grain of salt, but it is good that Phoenix Labs does have this in the making. But yeah, so use for rams is a big thing so far. If people want to have more things to do with the rams, I already have almost over 10k, and all I really do with them is just build gear, and gear is so easy to make. There's that. So they decided to put Marcus in to buy consumables, which is really cool because I don't have to worry about farming material to buy tonics. Oh my god, I said tonics, not elixirs. Progress. So that'd be pretty cool. I also would like to have more things to use my rams for, though, other than consumables. You know, maybe exclusive gear. You know, maybe you can buy like green mods or blue mods. You know, and leaving the epic mods, you can buy the simple mods like green mods, and you can use those green mods and try and convert them through the middleman to get better mods. So I mean, that's another thing you can use. Maybe you can use that for your rams. That'd be pretty cool to use. So more use for rams would be fantastic. Consumables is a start, but I want to see what else we can use our rams for in the future. Number 9 is going to be a revamped guild system. There is a lot of requests for guilds. Some have said, you know, guild battles for 4v4 guild wars. You know, a guild competitive mode. You know, leaderboards. There's a lot of stuff that people want. People want to do a lot more with guilds, and for one, I do completely agree. A guild chat would be fantastic too. I would love a guild chat system. So you know, you can talk to your guild mates separately. I'm not sure if you can already do that. I gotta see. I also only have a guild of 3 people, consuming, you know, me, myself, and I. We don't really talk very much. So the guild chat, if it is there, is very quiet, as you can see. But people want to do a lot more with their guilds. You know, leaderboards, like I said before. You know, there's guild battles. There's one, you know, X Dink Cake X. I love these names. Guild battles with a behemoth on each guild's teams. You know, so like imagine like this huge like arena where it's like behemoth versus behemoth, and you know, or you know, someone else posted another idea where, you know, what if we could have 4v4 guild wars with the ability to pick the behemoth your enemy has to kill to win, but you are all in the same arena. Behemoths could engage each other if close enough. Sounds absolutely epic, and it would be really chaotic. You know, I was also thinking, you know, it'd be like a time trial. So whoever kills their behemoth the fastest wins that battle. Or something that what escalation does, where like, you know, there's certain like certain restrictions or, you know, challenges on how you have to kill a monster a certain way or something like that will be in there. Challenges, making things a lot more interesting for guild battles. So a lot more guild integration would be great. You know, stuff like that. And again, they're trying all these different new things, and people want to have a lot more to do with their guilds. And I think it'd be really cool if we had, you know, specific guild activities. Guild tabards would be fantastic, and I'm taking from games like, you know, World of Warcraft, or, you know, any other MMORPG you can think of. A lot more activities for guilds would be a lot better for the community, especially for those who really want to have a lot more to do with their guilds. So yes, a better guild system would be fantastic to have. It would make the game a lot more interesting. You know, guild XP would be pretty cool. You know, and I'm going way ahead for what guilds. I've always loved guilds. Guilds are really cool. It's nice. It's you know, it's like building your own little community. Okay, so number 8 is going to be an airship redesign. Some people have been a little iffy with the whole airship mechanic, with you going into the airship and just waiting for everyone to ready up and then going in, you know. And some people don't want it at all. Some people just want to just queue up for a said hunt and just going straight into the hunt, and that's it. Some people would like the ability to look out, to back out while in an airship lobby. Let's say that you forget to buy some more consumables for a said hunt, and you have to back out to get those consumables, and you don't have, as of right, you don't have that ability to really back out before the hunt begins, so someone could backfill you, you know, ultimately leaving your team to be screwed over. So the ability to have, you know, more than had to back out of a airship lobby before the hunt actually starts, to be really cool to see. And I would really appreciate that also, because I forget a lot of things too, and it sucks because now, let's say that I'm fighting this monster and my weapon power is too low. I don't like being very weak in battles. So I want to back out and like retweak my armor set and stuff like that, but I can't do that, and now I have to close the entire application or whatever to get out of one hunt, which could be very annoying for some people. So that'd be really cool to have, you know, the ability to socialize more in the airship. Now, what I think when the person says that, maybe going in, so I'm trying to go back to Monster Hunter here. So like when you go, you know how there's this one area that you go into, it's a little social hub where before you get ready for a hunt. I can't think of it right now, but you know, something like that would be pretty cool. So you actually go into the airship, and you know, you see your simple vendors, like, you know, your consumables, your consumable shop, your armor, whatever. You can change your armor and everything, and then when everyone's ready, then you ready up and go into the hunt. So, and then, you know, some people can go around and fool around and do emotes, stuff like that. Some people want the airship lobby to be a little bit more sociable, instead of just standing there and just waiting for everyone to ready up. I think so people want a social hub where they can walk around and you know, and interact with each other. You know, also having the ability to check people's gears and loadouts would be pretty cool too. Some people would like that also, which it could be a little, it might be a little toxic, because let's say that person doesn't have the right gear and then they end up leaving because they don't like the person's gear sets. You know, and I would understand where that could be a little annoying. At the same exact time, you know, a person can go into a hunt completely unprepared, and it would really slow the team down, and it's just overall a waste of time. So I think having the ability to inspect people's armor sets would be pretty cool too, while in the airship or social hub. In general, even if you're in a city, I think that ability to really inspect people's gear would be pretty cool. And it would be a lot helpful for people who are new to the game. So, you know, let's say I ask said person, hey, can you inspect me and see what you think of my armor set, stuff like that, and they would expect me, and they say, hey, this is cool, but how about you add this or that and that. So it could be constructive criticism to help other people get better at the game in general, instead of just being, oh, this guy is stuck, this guy's loadout sucks, I'm leaving the game to do and finding a better team. So it's a hit or miss when it comes to that, but I feel like that'd be very useful to inspect people's gear. I would really like that too. And some people even want different airships too. So different airships would be pretty cool. I think it'd be really cool if there was different airships for different islands. So if you go to a island or a different land that has like the winter going through it, you know, it would have, the airship would be different. It'd be a lot more bulkier and like have, I don't know, like, you know, different airships for different weather conditions. Or you can even change the airship yourself. You know, people would say, you know, maybe they might put premium airship skins, which I kind of don't like that idea, to be completely honest with you. I don't know how I would feel about that if they were to put premium airship skins in the game, in the shop for you to pay for with real money. Because I don't know, like, airships, it's neat if you really want that ability to do so. I guess that's cool, but you know, I think it would be pretty cool to have the ability to change the skin of your airship. You know, it's the same thing as changing the skin of changing your banner to what you want it to look like. So I think the ability to change the skin of your airship would be pretty cool too, considering that you're a captain too. So I mean, if I'm the captain, I should have the right to change what I want for this goddamn ship. All right, number 7 is going to be consecutive hunting queues, which would be really, really cool. So let's say you finish a hunt, and then right after that you go off into the next hunt. So an example would be, so that'd be really, really cool, where, you know, right after you finish a hunt, you go back to the airship, you know, whoever stays, whoever doesn't, you get backfilled, and then goes off to the next hunt. That way you don't have to go all the way back to the stupid social hub, unless you want more consumables. I think it'd be pretty cool to have an option where you get a button where you can automatically refill all your consumables if you have the material to do so, and then that way you stay right in the lobby and you're off to the next hunt. I feel like it slows things down. It slows things down when you kill a monster, you know, blah blah blah, you see all the stats and everything, and then you go right back to town where you have to queue up all over again, wait for a whole new team, and then go back into it. Especially if you don't really need anything else, you just want to keep going. So I feel like it'd be a lot more, the grind would be a lot easier to go through if it just kept on grinding, instead of having to always go back to town and re-queue up. I think a consecutive hunting queue would be fantastic to have in this game. Number 6 is going to be a retry button after failing a hunt. So I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. If everyone was to die, you know, and instead of having to go all the way back to town and then re-queue, you know, you can retry and start from the beginning all over again and then go right back into it again. It would be a lot smoother if we could just stay out in the battlefield a lot longer, instead of coming all the way back and then doing it again. Number 4 is going to be for Switch users. So a gyroscope features would be pretty freaking cool. So if you're using repeaters, I know whenever I use repeaters on the Switch, it is absolutely terrible, because me being used to a mouse and keyboard, I love the feeling of a mouse when it comes to aiming. So whenever I'm using my analog sticks, I'm shooting all over the place, and it's a bigger challenge when it comes to using repeaters with a controller. Gyroscope feature would be really, really cool to have, especially for those, you know, if it's a Switch. I feel like Switch should have a couple more features that's only, you know, that should be Switch only. Number 3 is going to be new weapons. That'd be really cool. So, you know, I'm trying to stay away from comparing this game to Monster Hunter. What I like about Monster Hunter is it doesn't just have blades, it has different types of blades specifically. People are going to compare Dauntless to Monster Hunter almost all the time. And I feel like Phoenix Labs really can't avoid that. You know, people are always going to compare this game to Monster Hunter almost all the time. I think this game would be twice as great if it had a little bit more weapons. There's the mastery challenges and things like that too, so it does keep you coming back. But you know, eventually a person who's going to use all the weapons, who's going to get good with all the weapons, is going to be like, okay, well, I have this done, what else is there to do? You could do specific builds for certain weapons and things like that, but I think it would be really, really cool if this game was to have more weapons. Number 1, which is mounts. I want mounts. I freaking want mounts. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I want a mount. I want to ride a goddamn kitty cat to a behemoth. I want a mount. I want mounts. That'd be absolutely amazing to have mounts. This is the one thing. This came from me personally. People want cosmetic pets so they can have little pets following around whenever they're doing something. That'd be pretty cool to have too. That I wouldn't mind having into the premium shop. I would pay money to have a little pet. That's perfectly fine. So Paladins has this one feature where you can actually use mounts, so you can sum up some horses and ride into battle, and then you have your battle. that'd be really cool to have the option to, when you get off the airship, and then you summon your mount, and then you go around trying to find the monster. First of all, it makes finding the monster a lot easier. Fast, I feel you can cover more ground with a mount. I think mounts would be a really cool addition to this game. That's what I want for Christmas. I want Phoenix Labs to put mounts in this game for Christmas. And I know Christmas is next week, but I want them to make it happen. We should all start a petition to put mounts in this game. I want a rainbow kitten unicorn. That's a thing. That's a thing somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, I think that's everything. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Again, this is a mini list of what Redditors would want for the future of this game. Overall, it's the tweaks and things like that. There's smaller things like, there's still bugs in the game. There have been times where I've been stuck in trees and I had to use the help I'm stuck button. There's still little things this game's gonna need, but I will say that this game is still enjoyable overall. I just want the future for this game to be as bright. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, I'm gonna say it here, if you are not a part of this Reddit community, I highly recommend that you follow this subreddit. There's lots of cool things you can see, lots of cool people here that you can meet. There's lots of things you can do. If you have any personal questions you can ask, you can actually reach out to a developer here and ask them. It's a nice little community, and I recommend it to anyone who is new to this game to follow the subreddit so they can have a lot more help. That'd be really cool. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you like this video. Hit that like button if you really like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.